As we look at Psalm 53 and verse 6 in this morning's Breakfast Bible Bytes, we will see that it is a prophetic promise of a time yet in our future when God will restore Israel from her current diaspora. The Jewish diaspora, or the exile, refers to the dispersion of the Israelites or Jews out of their ancestral homeland, scattering them throughout the world. Reading from verse 6. Oh, that the salvation of Israel would come out of Zion when God restores his captive people. Let Jacob rejoice. Let Israel be glad. This is a repetition of the prophetic prayer found in Psalm 14:7 for the restoration of the displaced but faithful Hebrews to their promised land. Oh, that the salvation would come out of Zion after God restores his captive people. The word salvation used here is the transliterated Hebrew word Yeshua, which is distinctively applied to Jesus, the Christ, in the New Testament, that is, as Yeshua HaMashiach, to save by the Anointed One. The diaspora has been long and hard, and at times very cruel. But in our future, after the Great Tribulation, the current reprimand will be behind Israel, and Jacob will rejoice. The real question I ponder is how can anyone say that God is done with the nation of Israel and still claim to believe that God is true to his word and his promises? To deny that God has a future plan and purpose for Israel is to deny the plenary, absolute inspiration of Scripture and dares to question its inerrancy. Yet there are many denominations, pastors, and teachers, bridled amillennialists, who will attempt to teach the myriad biblical passages like this as having only spiritual application. In this case, I would agree with a prominent Bible teacher, Dr. J. Vernon McGee, whose foundation of interpreting Scripture is that when the literal sense of Scripture makes good sense, then any other sense is nonsense. His method has served me well, leaving no verse as an orphan or as conflicting entities within God's holy word.